We can find out. Let's jump into it.
Fireball in the Bronx, the search for the cause of the flames that sparked an explosion that left firefighters badly burned. We are following that breaking news right now at 11 o'clock. We thank you for joining us. I'm Natalie Pasquarella.
And I'm David Ushery. The fire that burned through several cars is finally out on Westchester Avenue in Longwood, but the damage is done. 7 New York City firefighters hurt, 5 of them burned. News 4's Chris Jose is at the scene where those first responders ended up needing rescuing themselves, Chris.
Right, David. Both paramedics and police officers rushed those injured firefighters to the hospital tonight. In the last hour, the FDNY hauled away the fire truck that was heavily damaged in this explosion. Take a look back here. You can see where this all happened near Westchester Avenue. Those are the vehicles that caught fire. You can see one of them burned beyond recognition. The car reduced to a black and gray metal shell. A neighbor sharing this video with News 4 showing the flames engulfing the 2 vehicles. The FDNY says it started as a garbage fire, spread to a car, and as firefighters were putting it out, the car exploded, injuring 7 firefighters. 5 have burns to the hands and face, says the FDNY. The burns are serious but not life-threatening. The blast rocking Westchester Avenue near Fox Street just after 7 p.m. Neighbors telling us a fireball lit up the entire block.
Okay, so they said it started from a garbage fire and spread to a car. I wonder, was it intentionally set or was it an accidental lighting for some reason? Somebody threw in a cigarette butt or something like that? Or was it intentionally set? Absolutely crazy. Let's keep going.
Before you know it, it was a big explosion that the firemen had to run. Okay. And I think some of them had to go to the ER.
I was just telling the chief that I'll be worried until they're all home, but we do expect that they will recover from their injuries. A wall of fire came on them and surrounded them, and what they were concerned about is their colleagues and their families. And there is a reason why I refer to you folks as New York's bravest.
And the fire chief telling us tonight the 7 firefighters are alert at the hospital. They are speaking. The cause of the fire under investigation. We're live in the Longwood section tonight. Chris Jose, News 4 New York.
Now let's pivot over into the next video. We'll most likely get into an article. Let's get into it.
4 firefighters recovering right now. They're injured while battling a fire in Newark this morning. Officials say the fire started around 3:30 at a vacant home on Cypress Street. Now, while putting out the flames, a chimney fell on top of the firefighters. They're all now in stable condition. The cause of that blaze is under investigation.
What? Well, at least 7 firefighters are still recovering after a car explosion and raging fire in the Longwood section of the Bronx. And now we're learning more about how a trash fire spiraled into pure chaos. Our Nicole Johnson obtained new surveillance video that shows what could have caused the fire.
This new surveillance video shows a man flicking what appears to be a cigarette or cigar into a pile of trash. Seconds later, you see a man trying to put out a small trash fire, but apparently he's unsuccessful. Minutes later, flames take over the same pile of trash. Then
what did I say? What did I say? A cigarette. He flicked his cigar, and it spiraled out of control, and 7 firefighters are injured. Absolutely correct.
The flames spread to a parked car, then a parked van. The flames are fueled by the heavy wind, and in no time, a massive explosion lit up the block and the sky Wednesday night. Neighbors who live in this building here on Fox Street pulled out their cell phones in disbelief.
I think it's pretty sad on how something so minor could be something so catastrophic.
The super of the building, Brian Rivera, tells Pix 11 News he thinks it was more than just an accident.
I still kind of find it strange on how a simple trash fire could engulf the car and the car blows up. Something had to be there to make the fire be engulfed that fast.
7 firefighters were hurt battling the fire. 5 of them had serious burns to their hands and face, but all of them are expected to be okay.
Serious burns, but non-life-threatening. 3 of them are being admitted here, and we do expect them all to fully recover.
At the scene Thursday afternoon, the charred vehicle and burnt out van, a reminder of just how serious and devastating. Rivera says nothing stays small for long when trash meets a flame. He knows the woman who lost her car.
And if I'm thinking the right tenant, it's sad because I know she just had a baby maybe about a year ago. So having, I think, maybe 6, 7, 8-year-old, and then like an infant on top of such, now you have no mode of transportation. Yeah, it hurts.
In the Longwood section of the Bronx, Nicole Johnson, Pix 11 News.
In already hard times, we all going through hard times. This is icing on the cake. Icing on the cake. Just had a baby a year ago. You need your car. Someone throwing a cigarette, and then your whole car is gone. Absolutely tragic. Luckily, no one lost their lives. The firefighters are heroes. They rush to fire, risking their lives. Some get hurt, but luckily no one has died. I wonder if they're gonna charge the dude who threw the cigarette or cigar. I don't know anything about those kind of charges. Let me know if you know anything. That is absolutely crazy. Let's get over into this last video and see what else we can learn. This is more about from the police chief, or the firefighter chief.
This is breaking news.
We all set? All right. So shortly after 7 o'clock tonight in the Bronx, we were receiving phone calls for a fire at various intersections at Fox and Westchester, Fox and 165. The eventual address was 955 Westchester Avenue. Our units arrived to a fire in some outside rubbish and some cars. Shortly after we arrived and started to operate, there was some sort of explosion on the scene. Injured 7 firefighters, 5 of them with burns to the hands and the face. 3 of them are being admitted. The burns are considered serious but not life-threatening. The members, our firefighters, are awake, alert, and speaking, but they have some serious burns, and we'll be obviously praying for them. Quick action by our emergency medical service. They were transported here to Jacoby, and great work by our Jacoby Hospital emergency folks and in the trauma and burn center, praying and hoping that our firefighters are going to be okay. So I'll pass it to Dr. Tepperman from Jacoby.
Thank you, Chief Esposito. The firefighters we expect will all recover. I was just telling the chief that I'll be worried until they're all home, but we do expect that they will recover from their injuries.
That's good.
I would say one thing, though, Chief. I was talking to each of your members. You know, a wall of fire came on them and surrounded them. And what they were concerned about is their colleagues and their families. And there is a reason why I refer to you folks as New York's bravest. Thank you. It's Tepperman, Tepperman. Sheldon.
Any on top of questions?
I just got here at Fox 5. We're just going live outside. Can you give us a breakdown of what exactly happened here?
So we arrived at a fire in front of 955.
So he's basically just going back over everything. So what we know of what has happened so far. Tragic situation, but it looks like it started from a garbage fire that surveillance footage has, showing someone throwing a cigarette or cigar into the garbage can. That garbage can then caught on fire, which spread to the car, which exploded. That explosion caused 7 firefighters to get serious burns on the hands and face, or 5 to get serious burns on their hands and face, 2 others to get seriously injured as well, or injured, but it's non-life threatening. Now I'll have a question. Is the person who threw the cigarette going to be charged? Is there anything that they can charge him with? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But absolutely crazy. Luckily, like I said, no one has died from this. No one has died from this. It's a crazy situation. Let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know what you think about that situation. Do you think that the person who threw the cigarette should be charged in some way? I'm assuming they should. Some kind of, I don't know what kind of charge that would be, though. I have to do some research on it, but we will keep up with this to see if we can find out if they get charged or if they name the person who did it. If they can find out who did it. Most likely they can. But we'll have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see. Absolute crazy, y'all. Like I said, let me know if you're any thoughts on that situation. Let me know if you disagree with anything I said. But we got to stay in the block. All right, everybody. Remember, this is AC Reviews the Word. Remember to like and subscribe.